For more than 18 million years, humanity has been fornicating. Yet if that path were the correct, humanity would be living in the Eden of eternal wonders. We would not have famines nor wars, and men would already be angels. But observe the humanity over there, my brother. Since 18 million years ago lives the men of ejaculating semen, and is it perhaps happy? Have all men become angels already? Is the earth an Eden? If the way of the animal passion were authentic, man would already be angel. Is it perhaps something new to teach the ejaculation of the semen? In what epoch have men become angels through fornication? Humanity has already failed precisely because of the seminal ejaculation. Now what? Babylon the Great, the mother of all fornications and abominations of the earth, will fall, because all nations have drunken the wine of fornication's furore, including the kings and merchants of the earth. They came to discover the potencies of her pleasures. This perverse generation of vipers, this great Babylon, will be burned with fire, because it was millions of times more corrupt than Atlantis. The great Babylon, the abominable modern civilization, has become a refuge for demons, haunt of all impure spirits, and home of all impure and detestable birds. The world is shaken with its earthquakes. The dangerous symptoms of the great tragedy announce a catastrophe, and several worse catastrophes, thousands of times worse than those that finished Atlantis. It is really impossible to deny that we are in a moment of worldwide crisis. Never before in the history of our Aryan race has there existed a more terrible moment. Sighs and laments are heard everywhere. Everywhere are executions by shooting. Everywhere are unfortunate people who exhaust the last moments of their lives in hard labor, remembering with supreme anguish their beloved relatives. Widows that died of hunger with their children, and so on. The earth is full of armies, and everywhere there are wars and rumors of wars. The actual chaos is frightful, and the tyrants, sitting in their throne of blasphemy, uselessly try to establish a new order based on blood and rum. Paris, as a great harlot, continues wallowing dirty atop its bed of places. London has become a new Sodom, and it is even trying to establish the legal marriage between homosexuals. The United States of America has fallen in the collective craziness. Not only does it destroy countries, but it is, of course, by nature, destroying itself. China, the venerable China of Confucius and Lao Tse, has fallen as a prostitute in the arms of the Marxism-Leninism, has imported a corrupt doctrine of the Western world. However, it declares itself enemy of Occident. The Third World War inevitable. Those who outlined and made the First and Second World Wars are already working very actively in order to form and crystallize the Third World War. And they are expecting that it will be millions of times more horrible than the preceding wars. Every sense of mercy has disappeared. Now, a stone heart is believed to be a luxury. In many schools and colleges, it has been taught that charity is a weakness, and that never should a person give alms. In this form, students become perverse from the very teachings of school. After the Second World War, what came of it throughout our entire humanity was the moral epidemic of the so-called rebels without cause. These teenagers of the new wave, without God and law, run around in gangs everywhere. They kill, injure, get drunk, and no government can control them. The most grave problem of these rebels without cause is their state of absolute moral irresponsibility. When they are delivered to the courts, they never know why they killed or why they committed such crime. And the worst of all is that they do not even want to know. The sublime artistic world has reached its maximum degeneration. The temple, the art, has transformed itself into a brothel where homosexuals, drug addicts, alcoholics, harlots, assassins, thieves, and so on find refuge. Human corruption is so grave that killing has transformed into an art form. And at the height of folly, there exist clubs of assassins and abundant literature about the art of killing. All the branches of the actual art accuse lust, alcoholism, drugs, homosexuality, blood, and horror. So then, what is this art we have today? The classical authors are seen in these times with the most infinite contempt. To play Beethoven or Mozart in any modern party means the general leaving of the guests. Everywhere abound the assassins, thefts, infanticides, matricides, uxoricides, assaults, rapes, genocides, prostitutions, hatreds, revenges, sorceries, merchants of souls and bodies, greed, violence, envy, pride, arrogance, gluttony, laziness, calumnies, and so on. Really, the Aryan race is a corrupt fruit, a fruit that will fall from the tree of life under the weight of its own rottenness. Inverential peace.